Better right there.
Yeah, perfect,
All
perfect.
right,
How you
cool.
guys doing?
Yeah, good, man. Hey, we're over here at Casino Quest. You know the drill. We're doing this big. What are we? What hour are we in at? We started this thing at 5 o'clock last night.
It's
right.
what 7 hours
It's we're
plus another.
we're almost
We're on hour 14.
we're on hour
We just started
14.
Hour 14.
Hour 14 of a 26-hour marathon of craps. We've been rolling dice
Yeah,
all night,
that's
talking to a bunch
amazing.
of
I've been
people.
popping in now and then watching you guys. You guys are doing a great job.
It's we're having a blast. You know what? We're having an absolute blast. It's obviously it's a somber thing, right? We're raising money for cancer, which cancer sucks. We've all had brushes with it, either family members or ourselves. We have Steve Winfield here from Press by One, who's in remission now, but he battled it for a year. Man, he had a rough go of it. So
Right. Right. Yeah. And the one thing I want to say is thank all of you guys for doing this. Also, John, everybody that's helping out Casino Quest for using the building. You know, same situation for me. I've had, a few family members that have had cancer. Some didn't make it. Not most notable, because it's all notable, but my wife battled cancer. She got
oh
it in
no,
2011 and battled for 7 years. So,
really?
thank God everything is good with her right now. And we got through that. It was a definite struggle in our lives in many ways. So cancer is definitely no joke. Bottom line, guys, is we need more good people in the world like you guys that are willing to take your time, stay up all night, and do what you guys do. You guys are amazing. So big shout out to you guys.
Well, we appreciate that. We really appreciate it. It's labor of love, man. We're having fun, and it's just cool to me how this community is kind of pulled together. It's like, yeah, I'm not a big player, obviously, right? But it's like we can just put the word out there. And David from Casino Quest just said, "Sure, come on in. You can have the whole back half of the building, 24 hours. We don't care. Use up all of our stuff, and we're doing this live on their channel. I mean, they're like, yeah, use our channel. It's amazing.
Yeah, it is amazing that they allowed you guys to do that. Shout out to them guys, big time.
Oh, they're huge. Well, and the thing of it is too, and I don't know if you know this or not, but in the chat, people can donate in the chat. Like they hit the button and it donates right to the foundation during the show. They have enough subscribers to do that. You get 10,000 subs, you can do that live fundraising on your live stream, which is cool.
Right.
And that's why I really reached
Right.
out to them first. It's like, can we do it at your place and can we use your stream? And that was a big win to get that, because it's really
Right.
increased the
Definitely.
donations by a lot. By making it easy like that, it's just been great.
Well, and who better to do it? Those two guys have great personalities. They're a lot of fun.
Oh
I
my
got to
goodness.
actually play some craps with Alex when I was down there about a year and a half ago. We absolutely had a blast. I mean, whether you're winning or losing, those guys are excellent just to be around, and so for them
Yeah.
to allow you to use their facilities, be on their channel, hopefully all of their subscribers realize, that they were willing to donate their space to help this cause, which is, it's
Absolutely.
an amazing opportunity for you guys and for everybody out there to donate to help those in need.
Yeah, and it's cool for us to get to know new people. We have our core group, our core audience, and to get to meet the Casino Quest audience that don't really know us very well. I have a channel that they probably haven't seen before, and it's kind of nice to get to know them as well. And I'll tell you, they're
Exactly.
fun. They have a guy here, Ronnie, who teaches dice influence, and he's an old school GTC guy. Those old guys can tell you some great stories from back in the day, but David and Alex can rip a tale. I mean,
Oh my
I mean,
God.
there's so much fun
Yeah, I
to
love
talk
watching their
about.
channel. They're one of my channels I love to watch.
Oh yeah, they're great for us. So my son, he goes to he moved away now. He was in college, but he's like a 5-hour drive from me. And so when we're driving down to see him, that's a great their podcast is like driver. It's made for that long road trip. It's just so great.
Yep. Yes, yes. So
Yes.
what are some of the things that you wanted to do here? You wanted to talk about strategies, you said?
Well, sure. I haven't heard from you in a while, so I'd like to know, some of your favorite ways to play, and we're doing. You saw George do. We're doing a pass the rack thing. So we started it here earlier tonight, and what we did was we had a rack with $1,000 in it, and people here in the building gave them the rack and said, "Here, go win half the rack." So $500. next person had to win, you know, $1,200, and George just won. What did George win? $1,800.
Right. Yeah, I watched George.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the racks,
I
the
talk to
racks at
George a lot.
$4,400. So
Sometimes we Skype and play. He does
yeah.
well.
So we're at $4,400 now in the rack. So at some point tonight, you're gonna walk us through your favorite strategy, and we're gonna go win $2,200 with it. And we're gonna
Okay.
win half the rack. We're gonna pass that rack along, and we have Jacob coming up later on. He's gonna jump in, and you know he's gonna slam that thing too. So try and get that rack moved up,
Right.
and you know hopefully we'll get some donations from people that'll kind of bet on if we can do it or not, and you know that kind of thing. So I think, yeah, I have a question actually already from Skill and Luck because he knows you're a regression guy. How many hits do you take now before you regress? What is your general pocket rule?
So one thing that I'll do is I'll kind of give you my thoughts on strategies, my thoughts on when I first started, which brings me up to today where I am now. Right now, it's just going to depend. It's just you're filling in the casino. Everybody has their risk tolerance. Everybody has a bankroll. So when you put those two things together, that's going to help you decide how you want to play. Just a quick rundown of the way I like to approach it, depending on how long I'm going to be on the trip, so to speak. So like a week and a half ago, I met Eddie Bird Dog 301 and Dave from Same Bet. We met up in Dodge City, Kansas, and it was just going to be for a day. So my strategies are going to depend on how many days I'm going to be there, how much bankroll I'm taking, and then I'll decide how aggressive I want to play or how non-aggressive that I want to play. The main thing is that early on in my trip, I don't want to risk a bunch. Just kind of like what George was saying, you know, how he did his 1/15th and 2/15th. I'm the same way. So what I try to do earlier in the trip is I try to play strategies that can conserve a bankroll, that can withstand, you know, the ebbs and flows of the game, early 7 outs, things like that. So I've been playing a strategy that I called extreme probability. It's on my channel. I tried to be transparent with it. So I played it on the bubble craps machine. So this strategy is played out on a bubble craps machine where you don't have dice influencers, where it's pretty much all random. And I have 11 videos up on it right now with this particular strategy, and I've won more than not with it. My favorite saying about this strategy is that I like this strategy because I win more than any other strategy I play. Now, understand what I'm saying, guys, out there in the YouTube world. I'm not saying this strategy is guaranteed to win. I'm saying that this strategy, I win more with it than any other strategy I play. It does lose, believe me. But I got it from Jeremy's channel on Color Up. The video is about 3 years old on there because I refer to it quite a bit. It's called Are You a Loser? And this strategy talks about staying up for 2 rolls. Well, 2 hits is what he says. He plays the inside. I kind of put my spin on it. I pretty much cover every number for 2 rolls, and then I regress. So what you watched George just do is what I do, but I cover everything. I don't like no rolls wasted. So, you know, the good and bad about that is the good thing is I'm going to get paid on every roll but Big Red. The bad thing is I'm going to lose more than anybody else if it's a 0.7. So there again, like I said, you got to choose how do you want to gamble, aggressive or non-aggressive. I'm willing to gamble aggressive for the first 2 rolls, hoping that they're not a 7. I called this strategy extreme probability because I play it with a don't pass. All right. And so what I'm hoping for is no come out 7, of course. If you get past that first roll and the point is established, you stay up for 2 rolls, and because you're covering everything for 2 rolls, you're going to collect on those 2 rolls. Then you regress. You could even go down to what Mel calls fell. All right, turn all your place bets off and just play for the don't pass now. And that's where I call it extreme probability because I'm not playing the probability of the 6 and 8 or the 5 and 9, the most common numbers. I'm playing the probability of the number of rolls we need to make some money. So, you know, they say the average roll is 6 to 8 rolls. Well, I'm going to cover every number so I can make sure to get hit on those 2 rolls, and then I'll regress after that. That's way lower than the expected 6 to 8, so that's extreme. And then after that, if I turn all my bets off, the extreme other part is now I got the best number on my side. So
Right.
Quick rundown of how I like to play early in the casinos. That's not how I play only, but that strategy helps me build a bankroll more than not. And then, towards the end of the trip, I'll get more aggressive. So, good example when we were there in Dodge City, a week and a half ago or 2 weeks ago now. Me and Dave were playing bubble craps, just kind of, well, even Eddie. We were just playing around, and I built a pretty good bankroll with that. And then I went and played aggressive on the table and lost my butt. So I played press, press, press. So, anyways, yeah. So that's kind of how I see strategies and the way I like to play them. I'll play any strategy. I'll play all strategies. I'll play very aggressive. I'll play non-aggressive. It depends on bankroll and the time of the trip that I'm there, if it's later in the trip or earlier.
Yeah. So that's interesting. So you've got this idea of, and I'm with you, man. I'm like, no wasted rolls. I don't want to waste anything, especially if I'm going to be trying to get out of there in a couple of rolls, right? I love 2 hits and then switch. Grab a couple of numbers, then go dark. Leave your don't pass bet active, and just kind of switch sides. That's smart because you're going to get your first 2, and then you're going to let it ride out, and that'll get picked off sometimes. But more often than not, it's not going to get picked off, and that's a smart way to play.
Right.
Yep. So let me ask you this then. So are you typically 2 hits and then move to dark, or are you just 2 hits and then let it run out for a little bit? Like are you
so
like,
there
like
again,
if somebody gets on a heater, how do you handle that when you're in that when you're in that mode?
Say that last part again. I missed it.
So if you're 2 hits, right? Do you and you can come down and you regress, right? Do you turn off and go dark, or do you stay on and look for that heater and just kind of stay into it if somebody's going? Like, is your typical strategy to kind of get out or stay on it?
Well, there again, like I said, if it's my first session of the day, and I'm going to be say I'm in Vegas and I'm there for 5 days, that's going to depend on, like, first session of the day, I'll probably go ahead and just, hey, I'm live on YouTube, sorry. The first session of the day, I'll probably play it real non-aggressive, just like that, turn my bets off, see if I can't build a bankroll that way. I'll play through the day, and if I'm doing well, just like any other strategy out there, this is a base starting point. So when I say I cover every number for two rolls, I don't even say 2 hits, because I'm guaranteed to get 2 hits if I cover everything. So I say 2 rolls. Let's say that I've played 4 or 5 sessions and I've done well and I've built up, maybe an extra $600-800. Well, now, just like every strategy out there, you can make adjustments. So that's my base starting point. That's where I start at. And if the table feels good, if the vibes are good, if the rolls have been good, then I'll do something more similar to like what George does. And instead of turning my bets off completely, I might, leave 44 inside and hope for a long roll.
Mm-hmm.
My main thing is I want to be able to have my bankroll intact, throughout the time that I plan on being on this trip. So, less aggressive at the beginning of my trips, more aggressive at the end of the trips. Like I said, if you jump on my channel and you watch that Bubble Crap series, I put it on there for data. I want to see wins and losses. I want people to be able to see wins and losses with real money. So like I said, I did it on the Bubble Craps machine. I have 11 videos out right now. And the main thing is longevity. It's not going to win you a lot of money. That strategy is definitely not going to win you a lot of money per session. It's kind of like, when I talk to my friends and we talk about strategies and we talk about, probabilities of winning and stuff, I talk about the tortoise and the hare. All right. This strategy is like the tortoise. I feel it has a good chance to win because we're staying within the probability of the number of rolls. The problem with that is you're not up for the long rolls. So I tell them, okay, with this strategy that I'm playing, I can win on long rolls and I can win on short rolls. All right. So I can be a winner over a 10-hand session. Let's say the thing that sucks is when you're on a good table and you've got 6 out of the 10 shooters that throw over, 15 rolls, you made peanuts compared to what everybody else is going to make. But there again, that's where you got to decide how you want to gamble.
So that's So I talk about that all the time, and we actually had a nice discussion earlier with Charlie from DGE on that same topic. It's like a lot of the times he's not betting. He's got his bets turned off, or he's waiting for a condition or whatever it's going to be. And he's like, you can't get sucked into fear of missing out on this roll. My way of playing is this, and I'm cool getting my $30 twice every couple of shooters, and that's going to be your way. And like the mentality of that is really hard for most people, myself included, to kind of just wrap your head around. Like, I'm not going to be on this roll.
Yep. And it is. And that's, like I said, that's the frustrating thing. A lot of times on my channel, people will, say, they'll say you would have made a lot of money if you would have stayed up. But the problem is that they're seeing it after the fact. They seen that it ended up being 20 rolls. When you're on the table, that very next roll can be a 7. When you're standing there in real life, the next roll could be a 7. So I'm not saying not to play aggressive. I'm just telling you the way I approach gambling is I want to be able to have that longevity of staying there for the whole trip. If it's only a day, then I can be more aggressive earlier than if I'm there for 5 days, So you got to have like an arsenal of strategies and, pick and choose and hope you're on the table at the right time and the dice go the right way for whatever strategy you choose to pick at that time.
Right. Yeah, skills give me a bunch of skills. Says John can't handle small wins. I love small wins. I'm a 20% guy most of the time, but I'll tell you what. And Don Wood puts this up. He says FOMO burns you more often than not, which is so true. Because how many times have you been seen a hot roll and you're like, I got to get in on this. I'm missing out. Like I'm only on the 6 and 8. They're hitting everything else. And okay, I'm going to go across, and that's when that big red's going to come. And the minute you make that decision, you're pretty much done. I've been working so hard recently on finding ways to not to beat, but to attack a long roll. Like really attack a long roll as it's happening without, of course, like I said, you can't know what's going to happen, right? But set myself up for success early so that I can I can be there on that long roll, but not be sweating the whole time.
Exactly. And that's where I was saying my whole point is to play something more probability wise in the beginning and see if you can't build a bankroll, and then from there, as you start getting closer to the end of your trip, now you've got a little extra money, and hopefully then you play with no fear. It doesn't matter, at the end of your trip, you took that money, hoping not to lose, but expecting to lose it. So now you can be more aggressive. And if you happen to be on that table, you're not afraid to keep pressing.
Right. Well, if you think of a long trip as a regression, like think of it this way, like, if you're going to go out there and go, 320 across, take your $70, and then go 66 inside or something like that. That's your primary regression. You can treat your whole trip like that. Thursday night, Friday, Saturday, as you're building. Sunday, you regress and take all that profit and go after them. And like that's you really regress over days instead of over a session, which is kind of what you're talking about. Like building that bankroll up. Yeah, I like that.
Back to that statement of don't liking small wins. As much craps as I play almost every day at home, of course, not at the casino. I usually go once a month to the casino. That statement of small wins, the way I look at it is if I'm staying closer to what I call probability, those small wins for 10 sessions add up. Let's say, for example, on the bubble craps, I buy in with $200 on bubble craps. I only lay out I have around $35 at risk when I have my don't pass included in that layout. And I play through 10 shooters, meaning 10 7 out. And, on a good session, I could win anywhere between 80 and $120. And on a bad session, I could lose around the same. Okay, so it's got that variant right there. But for the most part, with probability, I'm winning anywhere between 10 and 30 per session, or losing around that also. The thing that I've noticed in these last 11 videos that I have up is that I'm winning more than I'm losing as far as sessions goes. I'm winning per session more than I'm losing. So if you add up 10 sessions at $20 wins, playing that low, that's $200, and that's within, 3 hours, 2 hours. So it's like that tortoise and the hare I was saying, I would rather have a good chance to win a little bit of money and win over the period of my trip than trying to win it all at once and losing my bankroll because I'm gambling.
Right.
So
Right.
yeah, I don't mind winning little chunks a bunch of times instead of one big chunk one time.
Yeah, I honestly God go back and forth on that all the time. I'm like, to me, time is my enemy. The longer I'm there, the worse it tends to go. And I like to get in and get out quicker, which means I sometimes will play more aggressive early to get that. I don't mind doing a big regression, like you're saying, but um, not always protected. I'll regress down and then work my way out of it. But I, I just feel like 10 shooters is, I used to always go 10 shooters. And I'm like, man, that's just, I get burned more often by shooter six. I'm like, I'm struggling. And so more and more, I'm looking for ways to get in and get my job done quicker when I'm at my home casino.
Right.
When I'm here in Vegas, it's different.
Exactly.
Vegas is a whole different ball game here. It's 5-day trip and you got, limited funds and, you know,
Right. Another thing that I can say that goes hand in hand with that, with my thought process on gambling and being at the casino, whether it's 5 days or one day or whatever, is the reason I put the 10 shooters in there is because I see a lot of people, they go to the casino and they come home broke. So with my personal friends, when they ask me questions about the casinos, that's the first thing I ask them: how did you do? And most of them say, I spent my money that I allotted, I lost it all. And I've also implemented um, a way to teach people that are my friends or the YouTube world that are watching right here. When you go to a casino, I guarantee you they're going to take all your money if you don't leave. You have to have discipline. You have to have a way to be able to walk away. And that's what I call my sessions. So, for example, I teach my friends this. Like, if you have $500 and you're going up for the day, and they play slots, because you can use this in any game it is, whatever you're playing, whether it's roulette, whether it's craps, whether it's slots or whatever, play in what I call sessions. So, for example, if you take $500 and you say, okay, that gives me enough to play 5 sessions in slots. I'll just use slots for an example because it's, most people will go play the slots. So you go there, let's say you get there at 10 in the morning, you plan on leaving at 6 in the evening. So you play your first session about 10:30. You put $100 in there and you say, okay, I'm going to play dollar pools. Okay. And you can make this whatever increment you want, $2, $6, whatever. But with a dollar pool, you've got 100 pools. Okay. And that's why I'm using slots. It's just a little bit easier to understand what I'm trying to teach people about gambling. So you say, I'm going to pull the slot machine 100 times, and I could start on this slot, pull this one 20, move to another one, pull that one 20, so on until you get through your 100 pulls. Whatever money you have left after those 100 pulls goes in your pocket. It goes home with you. All right. Usually you'll have some money left. If it's a real bad slot session, you're going to lose $80. You might have $20, but $20 is still going home with you. All right. After that session, you walk around, you find something else to do for a while, whether you're at the sports book, go get a little snack or a drink or whatever. Now you're going to go play session 2. All right. Well, you do that 5 times, and I guarantee you won't go home broke, because not all of them sessions are going to be, that big of a loss. All 5 might be losing sessions, but, maybe 3 out of 5, you only lost $10 or whatever. But what if you hit, an $800 jackpot? All right. So if you hit an $800 jackpot in one of those 5 sessions, you're going to go home a winner. So in other words, like with my craps, and I say 10 shooters, that's why I do the 10 shooters. I have a certain amount of sessions that I'm willing to play based on the bankroll that I take. And the other thing you can do is at the end of each session, for example, my crap sessions, if after 10 shooters it's going good, now you can find another exit plan. For example, if I'm playing the extreme probability strategy where I'm looking at 2 rolls and down, I could say, okay, since I'm up, I'm doing well this session, I've gone through my 10 shooters, but heck, let's stick with it. So now what I can say for my exit, instead of saying 10 shooters and leave, is I can say, okay, I'm going to leave on my next 0.7 or 0.7. So heck, if I've done good on the first 10 shooters, and now I say instead of leaving, I'm going to go ahead and stay till I get a 0.7 or a 0.7. That might be 3, 4, 5, 10 more shooters, and I continually make more money. If it's the next shooter, now I leave, but I'm still up because I was already profiting at that point. So there's other ways you can also exit after you say, I'm going to play 30 minutes, or I'm going to play 10 shooters, or I'm going to do 100 pulls on the slot machine. That's something I like to throw out there because people don't think about that. They go gamble and they come home broke because they don't realize if they don't have an exit strategy, the casino will take your money.
So true. You know, and the slot machine analogy is awesome because I forget who it was that did this. They did an analysis of it or a test run of it. And they basically said, I'm going to go to a slot machine, I'm going to put $100 in, and anytime I'm over $100, I'm cashing out. If it's 101 or 120, the minute I press the 100, I'm done. And in 100 pulls, at some point they get a little bit over it, and they're done. The guy had like 30 coupons and won like $80. And he's like,
Right.
Nobody has this kind of discipline. And craps can be seen as the same
Exactly.
way. You know, those little tiny sessions, and you're in and you're out, and kind of, you know, it's okay to win $8, you know, and
Yep.
it's interesting. I got to ask this question because you mentioned 10 shooters. I've taught 10 shooters before for a long time. Are you? Let's say you're going to play 66 inside. Let's just say that's your strategy, and you bring $660. Do you go all 10 shooters, or do you have a
Yeah,
stop
I
loss
mean,
that's somewhere in the middle of that?
you're there to gamble.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, heck yeah, you're there to gamble. I have that saying, and some people have probably heard it, of no fear. The reason I say no fear, people might take that wrong, and I need to explain the no fear, okay? No fear to me means that you're going to go understanding you have the chance to lose. No fear doesn't mean play undisciplined. It means play with the strategy that you go in mind and stick with it. If it wins, it wins. If it loses, it loses. Don't let it affect you high or low. I used to coach football for many years, and that's the one thing I always realized is you're going to put a game plan together for Friday night, okay? And that game plan is either, going to help you win, or it doesn't work out based on whatever happens with the other team and you end up losing. But you give it your all. Whatever you go with and play with no fear. All right? I'm not saying to play stupid. That's not what no fear means. No fear means go relaxed. If you lose. Don't stress about it. Okay? Take your game plan, give it all you got, and see what happens. You're either going to win or lose. Don't stress about it.
I love that. Well, and I think part of that too is if you're gambling with money that you're okay with losing, you can play fearlessly. And you would love
no
this.
Fear.
If you could see my if you could see my arm, Rick, I've got this enormous tattoo on my arm. There's no camera for me to show it to you. It literally says "Fear Display None" on it. Like I got this big old thing. It's a way of life for me. I've always attacked life that same way because if you don't take a risk, you're not going to get any kind of reward. And I never wanted to go into anything with any trepidation. You got to be all in.
Right.
And it's a reminder in ink on my hand, on my forearm, to live that way. And I love that that's
right.
that's your slogan. It's awesome.
Yep.
Wow. You like playing some dice with us?
Yeah. Whatever you guys got planned, let's do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna switch camera views here so you can see our table. Give me a second here to do this. I'm gonna go interview. Let's see. I think if I do this, can you see the table? It's kind of hard to see the whole thing. I'm going to go ahead and make this a little wider, maybe. Let's see. Can you see that end wall? Here, I'm going to cover you a little bit, Rick, and just do this here.
Yeah, that's fine. You can take
there we go. There's the end
YouTube.
wall. All right. I'm going to go ahead and throw some dice. You're gonna call out your bets, and Chris, who has the Dice DGen channel, is going to be our dealer. So. For those of you who don't know, all of us.
What's
I know,
up,
again,
Chris?
A lot of
Do me
Casino
good,
Quest
buddy.
folks here. Yeah, Chris from Dice
How's
DGen.
it going, Rick?
Good. Love you guys, man. I appreciate you guys' efforts on the channel.
Thank you so much. All right, let's put this mic so you can hear you.
Sounds good.
And Rick, I'm going to walk the other side of the table and watch. So call out your bets. Chris will deal for you. And you have a rack full of how much money, Chris?
$4,440.
$44.40. So you got to win $22.20. You got to win half that rack back.
Okay.
So
let's try and hope for some probability. Then we'll just go with the strategy that I've been playing.
Let's do it.
So here's the other thing I say about this strategy is of course this strategy can lose because every strategy has holes in it. the thing is that with this strategy, the table has to be pure crap for you to lose. But there again, I've been on many pure crap tables.
Oh,
So let's see. We'll
I
just.
have-
That's a lot of money to win, though. I mean, heck, you got to have a lot of money out there to try and accomplish that.
I have created some pure crap tables. So here we go. There's your rack. You see it next to the cum there, right?
Actually, color.
All right.
We're gonna color the
Stack
rack up a little bit here. Get some
purples
clarity in there. So, I'll throw. I think you can see. I hope you can see that. I'm gonna throw one here. You can see the landing zone.
Okay.
You know that's a what is that, an 8?
6-2.
All right, cool. So that's gonna be like I'll throw. You tell Chris what to do, and we're gonna make 2,000 more bucks. And while we're at it, make sure everybody can hear me saying this, right? So again, Rick has been generous to donate his time at 7 o'clock in the morning. Is it 7 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah, it's
7:30 in the morning here. Got up early to help us out with this. This is donation time, and I see that Charlie DGE has dropped about $30 in chat donations. So thank you for that, Charlie. Follow suit, folks. Jump in there and leave donations in the chat. Super chats on Casino Quest work. They go right to the ACS. You can use the website crapsforthecure.com. Auction items up for donation, and of course direct donation. So don't be shy. Don't be shy. We're looking to raise 20K.
Yeah.
We're already over 10.
Yep.
Halfway through this thing. So
No donation is too small.
no, absolutely not. All right, you ready to do this?
Yep. All
Call
right.
out
Let's
your
go
bets,
ahead and
and
we'll
I'll
do.
start.
We'll just because you can play the strategy I play many different ways. It don't have to even be on the don't pass. Let's go ahead and start with a $100 pass line.
All right.
Okay, and then go ahead and do your come out roll, and we'll place it after.
All right, here we go. Coming out.
Looks like a 5-3, easy 8.
Okay, go ahead and put 640 across, and including the point. I'm going to show you how I do it at the real casinos, so the dealers don't get so pissed at me. I just leave that pass line there, or I'll straddle the pass line. If it's another shooter, I don't usually play a passer. I don't, but since I got to be the shooter. All right, we're going 2 rolls. Let's go. Probability. Let's go, baby.
It's 3-2-5. Your 100 will pay 140.
Okay, let's since we're going 2 rolls, go ahead and just let's put it all on the 9. Put it all on the 9. Let's see if we could hit the sister number.
All right.
And give me a $3 C, $2 E. We don't want to miss out on any rolls.
Here we go. You get it?
Back to back.
Hey,
3-2-5s.
All right. Love it.
All right.
CD fills.
You feeling a long roll?
I don't know, man. I've been probably throwing 1,000 dice tonight.
Yeah, we've been
Let's-
throwing
let's-
so many.
Instead of coming down, instead of playing, because it'll be boring if we just turn the place bets off, let's go to 160.
There you go.
We'll play aggressive. Forget it. Screw it. I feel this is going to be a long roll.
I hope you're right.
That's the bad thing about playing 2 hits and down strategies when it's a long roll. It's like, oh man, sitting there watching it. Let's have some faith. Faith for cancer. Let's go.
Earlier tonight, we were throwing 3 dice and picking the best 2. Here we go. Dice are out, and we got us
5-4-9.
all right.
35.
All right. Let's go ahead and take the 5 and 9 to 35s, and go ahead and drop my 8 down behind an odd.
All right.
It's a 6-5. Yo.
Mid-mo, yo.
Okay, just keep it going.
All right. Ooh, a 4.
3-1-4. That'd be
Okay, take the
50
take the
for
6 and 8
$1.
to 42.
6 and 8 go to 42.
Yes, please. or the odds back behind. Just make it equivalent. Yeah. So you could do 40. You could do
Just make it
40.
40. Yeah.
40.
All right. I was gonna say.
Yeah, just keep the odds whatever would be
Easy,
equal
man.
to your odds.
Oh, that was ugly roll.
6-5.
Didn't feel good out of the hands. That's 2 yos, right?
Yep. 2 yos.
Thanks.
Not back to back though. So.
Here we go. That's better.
5-1-6.
All right, let's
Got,
go to 60 on there
42.
and then add 10 each on all the hardware.
All right. So 6 looks like 60. And then let's go 10 on all of the hardways. Jeff is calling me.
Here we go.
It's a 6-2-8. That's a point
Wow.
being hit.
Nice.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Let's go. Can you come to the casino with me next time? 'Cause we don't get rolls like this.
See another chat came, another donation came through. That's Charlie again. Wow, Charlie, another $10. Wow. No, I didn't see that one.
I'm gonna need to color some stuff up here.
Yeah, your rack's getting too full.
Yeah.
Right?
Let's
We ready?
All right, let's go, shooter. You got him. You can do this. Let's go, baby.
Here we go. Another yo. My
yo on the
goodness,
come
baby.
out though. That's a
Wow.
nice. That's a nice
I'll
winner on
take
the
that.
come out. So
A little
I'll
hundo
take
right there.
that.
quick and easy.
All right, here we go.
It's like a 6-2-8.
Another 8.
We're back on that 8.
All right.
We
Go
added
ahead
any
and put
odds
the
behind
odds.
that pass line?
Yeah, the odds equivalent to what you had last time for now. We'll just keep building.
All right, so 40 for odds.
All right.
It's a hard 4. That's beautiful.
That's
There
a
you go.
beauty right there.
Go
Yeah,
ahead
I'll
and
pay-
let's put a 50 on the 4.
All right, so that'll pay 50 for 1, and then 75. Or just, no, sorry,
70.
80,
70.
70. My bad. 'Cause we're keeping it up. All right, so 4 looks like 50.
Yep.
Are we racking the rest?
Yeah, rack it. Let's start keeping some. I find that if you don't keep any, you just leave all your profits on the table.
Skill of luck,
There
right?
you go.
Always be collecting. Always be
EBCs.
collecting. Here we go. All right.
3-1-4. So
All right,
hard
take
for
it
us.
to 100. Take it to 100.
all right,
Do I still have all my?
that'll
Oh, I lost my hardways, right? Keep my hardways
Lost
at
hard
10
for
now. Minimum 10.
pay- All right.
And
Hard
then we're gonna
fours
do
back
something
up.
crazy real quick. We're gonna try a parlay of some sort. If we hit it, take $40 in 5s. Put $10 each, hopping the 6-8 easies. Let's have fun. By the way, if you were my dealer, if I was at a casino, you'd be up on the board with me. I'd have money out there for you for working so hard.
Oh yeah.
I appreciate it.
It's just
Dealers-
that I would slow
dealers
the
love the
game down
bets.
more.
Maybe
If I,
maybe the chatters can drop you a tip. Right? Maybe the chatters.
Yeah,
yeah,
those
yeah,
in chat,
yeah.
drop
Chris-
drop a
I'll
dealer a
definitely-
tip.
He's been dealing all night. He's been dealing like a maniac.
Wow.
Fantastic.
Okay, let's
Rick,
hit that
you know we
6-8
played for
easy,
5 straight
baby.
up.
Let's see it come into action.
Here we go.
Yep.
Give me that 8. Come on.
Aces.
Aces.
All right,
Great.
we'll take that.
Are we coming back up for those hops?
No, hops down. I'll
Alright.
take a chance at those every now and then.
Okay.
Here we go. There's the
4,
seven.
3, 7 out.
All right. At least
an
we
okay roll,
kept a
though.
little.
That was a good roll.
That was a good roll.
The nice thing though, right? You made your money on the first couple of hits, and all this was just free for all. Really.
Yeah.
And you still collect.
Yeah,
free
I see.
for all, which is great.
See, and this is the way I'll play it too. The bubble craps allows you to play at a lot smaller increments.
Yeah.
So I'll start it smaller, and I'll usually keep some money out there and try to build.
Yeah.
You know,
Some of these
make
bubble
some
craps
profit that I'm
machines-
going to stash away after 2 rolls.
Are we?
Some of the bubble crafts I've seen now they're doing well. They were $5 total action. Right.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I mean, you can go out there for $3 across and a $2 don't and be good. I mean,
Yep.
that's
Yeah.
Are we?
Well,
We're
the
on
one
the
that
pass
I
line
play,
for 100.
the one that I play at, all you need is $1 in action anywhere, so you can sit there all
That's
day
it.
just playing $1 on the 8 if you want
oh
it.
my goodness. Yeah, I've
Yeah,
seen
it's
$5
crazy.
minimum action, but still, I mean that's crazy. Yeah.
Are we? $100
So
on
the
the
cool-
pass line.
The cool thing is on those bubble craps machine, you can play all these strategies you learn on YouTube. Just dummy them down a bit, to where they still work out the same way, but you got a lot less money out there.
I use bubble craps quite a bit too to even test some strategies that are running through my head. Like, I'll roll them out on my table. I'll roll them out on like the electronic craps tables, and then, to actually see how it works on live dice, I'll go to the bubble craps table and play it at a very scaled down version and see if it works. If it doesn't work, do I learn something? Maybe I can tweak it.
Yep.
If it works, like, oh, okay, maybe this has a chance. Let's
Take it to the
playing it
table.
and see what happens.
But your education costs you $62 instead of $660.
Exactly.
Right. That's
Yep,
that's
exactly.
Yeah, I love that. Here we go. Coming out. Let's get another piece of here. That was
See
too much spin on that one. But I'll
3, 2, 5. Mark the 5.
Okay, we'll
that
do the
chopper
same
spinning
thing.
So fast to make noise.
This time, let's go ahead and put a $10 crap check and a $5 yo.
$10
We're gonna
crab
do
check,
that.
$5.
Yeah, we're gonna do that for the first 2 rolls.
Okay.
Here we go.
It's a 314.
Ooh, nice payment right
That'll
there.
be 200 for
5.
And then we're coming back on that 5C1E.
Yeah, and let's go ahead and take that win and put it on the 9. Let's guess the number, next number.
All right.
9 looks like
Since we're
300.
Staying for 2 rolls. Let's go 9.
325.
Now we
That's
got
a point
the
hit.
Oh, all right.
All right. It's a double payment there, right? You getting the
Yep, that'll pay 140 up top. That'll pay 100 down on the line. C&E pulls. We don't mind that though.
now we can free wheel it again.
Are we going back down to 160?
Yes, please. And just so you guys know too, the reason I do that, I mean, if I'm the shooter, is because I normally would turn my bets off early, but let's play aggressive.
Let it roll. Oh, yeah.
Off on the come out.
All the superstars came out to play today. It's great.
All right.
Whoa, we were all yesterday. The remaining superstars.
Here we coming out.
Yep, coming out looking for a
Coming
point. Looks like a 527.
There's the 7.
Little front line
Little
winner.
hundo. Loving that.
Dice are in
Quick
sync.
back black.
Dice are in sync.
Man. I'm wasting all my good rolls here at Casino Quest. I'm going to go to the casino tomorrow and suck it. I just know it.
It's like a 6-4-10. That'll be our point. You want the 25 in odds?
Yeah, please. And then
Fine.
let's do a 3C2E.
Wager me this, just donated $20.
Yeah, boy. Jacob. $20 and a felt. that he got from Biloxi and signed. You guys got to get on the auction and bid on that thing. Because somebody's already on it once, right? Let's pump that thing up a little bit. Let's pump that thing up. Jacob, tell the story in chat where you got it and all that kind of stuff. We'll talk more about it live, but let's start hitting now.
King Wasabi donated $100.
I saw that.
Yeah, I saw that
We're
too.
up over 2,300 in just the chat.
Very nice. That's
One,
a
two?
639, Rick.
Cody's coming at 10.
All right, let's play aggressive. Go ahead and just let's go ahead and press that 9 all the way up. Go all the way up.
9 looks like 60.
Yep.
All right, here we are.
We're gonna play no fear right now. Give me 10 rolls, brother.
Right, back to back. 5, 4, 9. Pay
That's how we get it done.
Go
84.
go all the way up with it. Whatever it pays.
That'll look like 125, 140. $4 back to the rack.
All right. Weird bet, but we'll do it.
We're good. We got it.
Yep. All right, off you go. Let's hit that 9.
Hard 8.
Hard 8.
That'll work.
35.
Go ahead all the way up. We're gonna press, baby. We're gonna press to the security cameras.
60, rack 5.
Let the guys in the office see it real clear, right?
Yep.
Love it. Uh-oh. Yeah, I knew it. I knew
You
it.
knew it. That,
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Oh, big red.
Yeah, I knew it when I left my hand. I knew it.
It happens. It happens. At least we had 2 profitable hands. We ain't gonna get no 2,200 playing this way, but if we could have got 10 rolls.
You got
That's 3,035. That would make it 37. 38, 39. Call it right around $4,000.
there we go. We're getting there, right?
What did we start with?
Wait, that's off.
can't
We
be right.
started with more than $4,000.
You start with more than that. Yeah.
Sorry, this is $2,000.
Yep.
$4,000.
Yeah.
45. 47. 49. We're at almost $5,000. I was off by 1,000.
By about 1,000.
And we were trying to hit 8,000, you said?
We're trying at 6,000, right? 6,000.
Yeah, 6,600.
Oh, 6,000?
Yep.
We got one more roll? Is that what we got? Or are we done?
Yeah. About time for one more roll, yeah?
Okay.
Here we go.
I guess let's just stay with that and let's see if he can hit 10 rolls. We got to get past 2 to stay profitable.
Yeah.
And then I'm just going to press for 10, see if we can't. We'll make good money if it happens.
So 6-4 on the come out.
I love having a point of
Okay, so let's do the same routine, brother. This is the important part of this strategy, is these first 2 rolls, just like George's.
Yeah.
But I appreciate it.
Come on, baby.
Looks like a hard 4. 200 for a nickel.
Okay. Let's go to that lucky 9. Just take it all up on the 9. There you go.
Yep.
Come on, 9.
Come on.
314 back to back. Would be another 200 for a nickel. Coming down to 160.
Yep. Yeah, let's go for it.
Good, we got our 2 hits 3 times in a row. I'm happy with that.
I'm gonna have to quit my day job.
Here we go. Oh, hands up. Hands up. Oh,
That's my
Chris.
fault. That's my fault.
Oh my God,
I was trying to move the odds behind. Bad dealer. Never mind. I shouldn't quit my day
that's all
job.
right. We got out of the regression, though, right? That's the whole point of it. So,
Yeah.
yep,
That's that probability.
it
Extreme.
is. It is. Let's do one more. One more hand.
Uno mas.
Yeah, I'm down if you guys are.
Yeah, so we have. That was at the shoot.
I want to see that 10 press, brother. Let's get it. We'll all be happy.
Let's go.
No pressure.
314.
Boy, you're pegging the
Whacking the
floor.
outsides, aren't I?
Let's cover that C and E for just the first two rolls.
$3 C, $2 E. Buckshot.
Do it again.
There we
We'll
go.
pretend
Put
this
it
was
all
down
on the
there,
9.
Ross.
Well, we're not working the come out though, but
Yep, we're off.
Here we go.
Same numbers right back, like back-to-back rolls. It's like a hard 8.
Hard 8.
First eight we've had in a while, isn't it?
Yeah. You want that 9 up to 400 or 300?
yep. Yeah, he's gonna hit it right now for us. Let's go. Nine.
4,
Oh my
314.
gosh, that's 3 4s in a row.
Wow, that 4 is hot, man.
It might be.
With the 8 in there.
That's a double out buckshot.
Wow.
All right, coming down.
Looks like it's getting light outside, huh? Waking
Yeah.
up in Vegas.
Is that what time it is already?
It's 8
It's
o'clock.
already-
You
Yeah.
only got an hour and the doors open.
Wow. It's gonna get loud in here.
How many calls?
It's gonna get loud. All right, here we go.
He's so excited.
Here we go. Let's make some money.
Ace
Three,
deuce.
Does nothing.
Oh, you're supposed to be working.
Wasted roll. That was that
The
a
first
3
couple
T
hits
suite?
you wanted
Did
to
you
use.
want that 3C2 either?
Except for the
No,
first
you're
two
you're
hits.
okay. I mean, in the casino I would, but it's peanuts. So don't worry about it. If we get higher, I'll start throwing some stuff out there.
Okay.
Let's hit some place bets. Let's go, baby.
Dang it.
6-1.
6-1-7. Shoot.
Oh.
Well, we got a regression though, which is good. We made-
All right. I guess we'll save that bankroll for the next player, huh?
Yeah, yeah. It'll be Jacob, I think, is going to play it next.
Let's count it up.
Nice.
Let's see what we got for Jacob here. Jacob's coming on at 9 o'clock in an hour, so. 8 o'clock is going to be, I think, Heavy Hall. That's him calling in right now. I can hear the ding, ding, ding. So let's see how we did here. Not bad.
It's 5,000, 15, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 45, 48. That'll be 5,000 up there. 54, 54.25, 54.50, 54.65, 70, 77, 54.77.
That's good. That's popping $1,000 in about 15 minutes. So more than $1,000, right? $1,500 in 15 minutes.
Yep.
Good job, Rick.
Thank you, man. That was a lot of fun, guys. I appreciate it again what you guys are doing. It's amazing.
Absolutely, man. This was so much fun. We should talk again soon at some point, huh? Not be
Yes,
strangers.
definitely, definitely.
Yeah. All right, man. I enjoyed that. Thanks so much for coming in.
Yeah, you guys are the best. You guys have a good day.
Have a good
Take
day.
care.
You too, Rick. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Rick.
All right.
Thanks,
yeah,
Rick.
Bye-bye.
All right. All right, later,
All right,
guys.
we're going to go ahead and switch to